want to get online. I need
Front Mission Switch. Hey, want to see what a modern game looks like?
Yeah! Yeah!
Released November 30th, 2022, developed by Megapixel Studio, who worked on the Panzer Dragoon remake, and whose motto seems to be modern ports of 90s games, but on a budget. They are a subsidiary of Forever Entertainment, and this game is being published by Forever Entertainment. What a coincidence. Front Mission First for the Switch is a remake of Front Mission First for the PS1, which was ported to the DS simply as Front Mission, and is a remake of the original Front Mission for the Super Famicom, and begs the question, did we need another remake of Front Mission?
Want, not need. I don't need anything, Ray. If there's one thing you should know about me, Ray, it's that I don't need anything. I want. And I want that.
Front Mission. The game's official website lists features a modern mode with improved controls and the legendary soundtrack fully orchestrated as the reasons for its existence. The easiest argument for remaking Front Mission is accessibility. The DS version, while solid, isn't what most people want to seek out. But why not use the DS script to port the Super Famicom version? Gameplay. You go shoot shoot, they go boom boom. Not to pat labor the point, but I've done 2 videos on the exact same game, so I will refer you to those if you want a deeper explanation. The main thing you need to know about Front Mission that differentiates its combat from other tactical RPGs is its targeting system, or lack thereof, for a good chunk of the game. Instead of simply attacking a unit, your missiles, short-range or melee attacks, randomly hit one of your enemy's parts. If you take out an arm, then that enemy will have lost its ability to use any weapon attached to said arm. If you take out their legs, they will lose most of their mobility, and taking out their body destroys them completely. You unlock abilities later in the game that let you target specific parts, but at the beginning, it can be frustrating and exhilarating, praying for a lucky kill or maiming. Pro tips. Number 1. Use the arena to grind for money. You can, save scum, use less good gear with some melee skills to increase your odds and rewards. Number 2. Utilize the best shoulder shields possible if you don't want to get got. Combining the shield's defensive boost with a well-stocked supply of repairs to heal helps overcome the enemies when they outnumber you 2-1. Number 3. Your supply truck can resupply your missiles and repair broken mech limbs. In order to do this, though, you have to end your Vanza's turn next to the supply truck without moving or acting. No version of this game has explained that clearly, and if you know this, it makes the game much easier. Number 4. On the Kevin Greenfield USN campaign, you don't have a supply truck, but you can get the backpack item Riff that makes the unit holding it work the same as a supply truck. You will have to sacrifice the normal backpack boosts of power and item storage, though. Number 5. Unlike the DS version, you can't hold a button to speed up animations, but you can turn off animations completely and turn on instantaneous movement if you want to speed through a battle. It's especially helpful when replaying a battle again after the game crashes. Story. This is verbatim from the Nintendo Store website. In the year 2090, the world's conflicts are fought using giant war machines called Wanzers. Huffman Island, the only place where the Oceania Cooperative Union, OCU, and the Unified Continental States, UCS, share a land border, is a hotbed of conflict. An OCU reconnaissance platoon, led by Captain Royd Clive, is assigned to investigate a UCS munitions plant. They are ambushed by UCS Wanzers, triggering a series of events that plunges the whole island into war. Royd's fiancée, Lieutenant Karen Meh, goes missing in action. Discharged from the military, Royd sets out to investigate what happened to Karen. His quest leads him closer and closer to the conspiracy behind the incident and the powers that orchestrated it. With dozens of characters to meet, its mature story, and non-Manichean protagonists, Front Mission is the classic of a tactical Japanese RPG genre. Finally available worldwide. Yep, they sure aren't money. As mentioned in previous Front Mission reviews, the story isn't going to rip your brain out. Likeable and archetypal characters introduced every few missions keep the story chugging. Royd and the alternative campaign's Kevin are distinct from each other, and even though their stories overlap occasionally, both feel worthwhile. Graphics. Leading up to the game's release, every trailer made it look more and more shoddy. YouTube compression and 720 quality on those gameplay sneak peeks didn't help an already switchy looking game. The game isn't a showstopper, and I personally prefer the pixel art. That said, the trailers did the remake a disservice. There are some levels that don't look great, with splotchy shadows and overblurred depth of field effects. Others shine though, like this game's rendition of the battlefield with a downed plane that features damn good lighting effects from burning wreckage playing off the shrouded tropical forest. Or the Freedom City fight that might not match the god-tier pixel art of the best-looking map of the original, but still impresses with its attention to detail to things like car alarms being triggered by your mechs and improved playability through camera rotation and the Wanzer silhouette system that keeps your enemies and your mechs from being completely obscured. The other thing that deserves applause and then a light scolding is the game's animations.
Don't do that again.
I almost wrote the game off completely after it infantilized my Wanzer by having it water slide jump down one tile. Many hours after getting over that slight, I couldn't help but notice small touches that spoke to a quality that the overall budget of the game didn't warrant. The car alarm, the fences breaking in the direction you trample them over, little birds that sounded so realistic I looked outside before realizing it was the game. I can't say it's a complete success because of late game examples that I don't want to spoil. Music. Yoko Shimomura's score is orchestrated as one of the bullet points for selling this game. I really appreciate the effort, and I'd say it succeeds half the time. Certain iconic tracks still play best through the Super Famicom sound chip. Shouts out to the ending theme again, but Front Mission veterans may enjoy the revised versions. You can choose which soundtrack to listen to in the menu, and a sound test is unlocked from the outset. Dank! In conclusion, would I recommend it over the Super Famicom or DS version? It's more accessible. The frame rate issues are negligible when compared to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I would recommend it equally, but not more than the original or DS version. Poor marketing, dropping it in the same month as Tactics Ogre Reborn to be cannibalized, and no retail physical release, but you know I sprang for that limited edition from Forever Limited. Wait a minute. Forever Entertainment. Forever Limited. Are they the same? Yes. I'm not sure what Square Enix's plan for Front Mission as a franchise is, but I am excited to play a different Front Mission. On the next episode, what could it be? A Front Mission? A Tactics Ogre? David Lynch video game? Stay tuned. Thank you for all your support. Please subscribe. Honestly, If you prefer Lloyd to Royd, subscribe. My name is Royd, Hemroyd, because this game is a bloody mess. My name's Royd, Hemroyd, and this remake is a bloody mess. My name is Royd, Hemroyd, and this remake is a bloody mess.